In this video, I'm going to talk about the amazing medicinal benefits cloves have to offer. You'll want to be consuming cloves every day after this video. I'll also show you some of my favorite recipes using cloves. Cloves are flowering buds native to Indonesia. It has been used for many centuries for medicinal purposes as well as for cooking and flavoring in many types of dishes. Cloves are also used in many personal products as well as beauty products because of its antibacterial, antioxidants, and other benefits that it offers. Most people use powdered cloves because they use it for when they're cooking in their spices. But I prefer using a raw whole cloves because, it's more natural and they're not diluted with other things. As you can see, this is the store-bought one and it's a little bit reddish, so I don't know what's in there. And this is the clove that I actually grinded using my grinder, so it's a little darker because it's the real deal. For the sake of profits and mighty dollar, a lot of spices that are ground are unfortunately mixed and diluted with other things. So it's best to use whole cloves, and then you can also grind it like I've done over here, and you can see the difference in colors between the store-bought regular ones versus the one that I grinded. I should also mention if you do buy organic ground cloves from the store, it is a little bit darker than this one. And I just use this one in my toothpaste or when I make my oil for oil pulling. By the way, check out that video. There's one on my YouTube as well as TikTok on how to oil pull. But anyway, the whole clove that I ground is what I use when it comes to consumption. The other one is just used topically and for oil pulling. Now, before we get started on my recipes, let's talk about why you should consume cloves every day, especially if your diet consists of the SAT diet, which is the standard American diet, or you have metabolic syndrome health issues like diabetes. Cloves contain eugenol, a potent antioxidant to help the body with oxidative stress, fight free radicals, and prevent certain types of diseases. Cloves are anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, help lower blood sugar levels, and the eugenol found in cloves can fight against liver disease like cirrhosis. Cloves are also used as remedy for blood clots. So if you are on blood thinners or have issues with blood thinning, make sure you consult with your medical provider. Or at that, if you're taking any kind of man-made prescribed medication, make sure you check with your medical provider before trying cloves. And also be aware of allergic reactions. Just because something is good for the body and have health benefits doesn't mean that everyone can consume it because of allergy issues. So make sure you do a little taste test before you start using cloves if you haven't used it. Another benefits of cloves is that it promotes good balance of good and bad bacteria in the gut, which is responsible for overgrowth of candida, which is the cause of yeast infection. The gut is also where the majority of your immune system is, so healthy gut equals to healthy immune system. Cloves also help with digestion and increase the production of mucus lining in your stomach, which plays a key role in preventing stomach ulcers. All right, so let's get started with the recipe. So I'm making something of a tincture with this, without the alcohol, of course. I'm just using cloves and water. So first I'll start off by boiling some water, about 10 ounces or so of water. And you can always add more water later, but you want to boil some water and wait till it cools down and then add it to a jug or some kind of container, and I'm using distilled water. You can use regular water as long as it's spring or distilled water. And then I am using 2 tablespoons of the cloves. By the way, this big old measuring spoon is a 2 tablespoon measuring spoon. So I'm gonna add this 2 spoon of cloves in this little glass jug thingy, and you will need about, for every tablespoon of cloves, you will need about 12 ounces of water. And like I said before, you don't have to add in all the 12 ounces at once, but this is about more like a little less than 10 ounces. And you just want to basically let the clove steep long enough so that it gets potent and strong enough. So after you add that in, you put that in your fridge and leave it there for 5 to 7 days, and it should look about this color right here. Now, this is potent enough to make or use as a shot or to add onto your teas and make other different recipes with it. So I'll go ahead and strain it into a mason jar, and then I'll use it as needed. And I just keep this in my fridge and use it whenever I need to. As you can see, it's steeped in really well. The clove sticks are almost yellowish, kind of light yellow color. So this is what it is, and I keep this in my fridge and use it as needed. And I'm gonna show you some of the recipes that I use this tincture with. And after I was done straining it, I added just a little bit more water. It was pretty strong. I just diluted it just a little bit. And this is about the right amount, or the right potency you wanted. So that's about 12 ounces right here. My first recipe is my clove shot, and this is great for when you're coming down with a cold, when you have respiratory issues. So I just basically added half a lime and some honey. And I like to take it on around my period just because I crave for things that I know I shouldn't eat. So I use it as a means of preventing myself from having yeast infection. My next recipe is using this as a shot with Shayla G. And Shayla G is one of the most amazing natural supplements that you will want to have as part of your diet. I'll include the link in my description below in case you're interested in trying Shayla G. But I added some Shayla G, a little bit of hot water, and I added some apple cider vinegar. And apple cider vinegar has so many health benefits. I might do a separate video on that. And I also add some honey to taste. And this is also an amazing energy boosting with potent antioxidants and immune boosting shot. And last but not least is using this tincture to make any tea that you desire to make. So here I am pouring some of this tincture in this, what do you call it, cup. And then I'm using just a regular tea here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some hot water and make my tea with it. So this is not a shot, it's more of you still get the same benefit, but it's not as strong and potent. So I like to add this also in my teas, and this is very versatile. You can even add it in your smoothies. So this wraps it up for this video. I hope you try some of these recipes. I hope you really start using cloves daily if you can, as long as you don't have any adverse effect to it. It is very beneficial in so many ways. And of course, I like to add my apple cider vinegars in almost everything. Not everything, but you know what I mean. And I'll be doing a part 2 of this video using cloves, but for personal and beauty uses. So make sure you don't miss that one coming up next. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video or learned anything from it, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're into leveling up to become healthier spiritually, physically, emotionally, make sure you do subscribe to my channel and hit that post notification button so you will not miss any of my future videos. I thank you for your time. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day, night, evening, wherever you are, and I hope to catch you on my next video.